Kolbrin Bible, Book 6, Book of Morals and Precepts, Chapter 20, Wisdom. Much of the book is to develop your moral code. Avoid using it to judge others. NPR 22. Remember that all men are born equally into ignorance, and no man, whatever his estate, lacks the means to knowledge. True wisdom comes not from books and instruction, but from observation and inquiry. NPR 23. The learned scribe knows 1,000 books, but what knows he about the ways of the grasshopper? The knowledge of a gardener brings him more joy than does knowledge to a magistrate. The life of a wilderness wanderer depends not on his knowledge of books, but on his knowledge of the ways of the wilderness. I was asked once, does humanity have a need to know? It quickly got confused by the word knowledge. If you have a need to know, you will search for it. Knowledge is already available. You just need to look it up. In short, even mythology was fulfilling a need to know. Yet today we know so much more about science. It does not mean mythology was not an attempt to address the need to know. Attacks on religious text is another aspect. You can attack the rigid, but that does not mean the book itself has no value. Wisdom can be found anywhere, but that does not mean the whole book has wisdom. You must seek it out, and be flexible enough to recognize when you have heard or read it. I'd say the key to knowing this is to never forget. God gave us free will, but He didn't give us freedom from the consequences of our actions. When things turn bad, do not look to blame Him. You just failed to think before you act. And often, it's not just you that pays the price. It still does you no good to cry out, "Why does God let bad things happen?" It's odd that those that are overly rigid today always make this cry, as an attack on those that believe in a creator, yet never recognize how their lack of thought before acting has led to the pain they inflict on themselves and others. Earth is not a paradise, but it's not God's fault. He left it to us.